I'm CT. When I'm not hosting podcasts, I live in the real world. I mean, everybody has to have a job, right? Mine is CS, customer service at a grocery store. You know, solutions, relationships, while keeping your team motivated to keep a constant connection with each and every person who has chosen to stop into our location. Episode number 94, The Pain of Theft, especially when it's one of your own. This is C.T.C.S. Wow, here we are, the first of 4 days. There's no transition walk today. It's a very busy day. I'm in the studio right now doing all I can to transfer all my interviews that I've had over the past couple of days because we've been out camping. And most people like to camp and take in nature. I do all my interviews while sitting in the RV or outside in the beautiful outdoors. So I've got to transfer that stuff onto the hard drives. And then I'm headed to a movie premiere. So a movie premiere right into CS. So living that lifestyle of the Google Calendar. Crazy, crazy world. So you had an experience?
A man put $300 in the lottery machine the other day with his debit card, and the top row went out when he was trying to buy one off the top row, which is the $30, the expensive card.
Yeah.
And so we went to the machine, and we were like, "Oh, we're sorry, it's the row's messed up. You know, we'll have to credit you. We'll cancel the transaction, and it'll go back on your card, your debit card." And he said, no, I want a refund. I want you to give me the $290 that's in there. And me and Matt were like, well, we can't do that because you pay with a card. So it'll go back on your card. And he goes, bullshit, you're lying. And I go, no. And Matt stood up to him, and Matt was like, we're not doing it. And the guy said, well, I'm not leaving. And so we showed him the customer service number for the lottery on the machine. We said, the machine's not ours, it's the lottery's machine. So that's who you have to speak with. And he goes, oh, you're lying. I ran for commissioner in Eastern North Carolina, and I know the people that make these machines. And I said, well, okay, feel free to call him. So he gets us all of us are at the desk. The store manager's up here. We let everybody know what's going on, and he gets onto the line, and they go, how did you pay, sir? And he goes, debit. And the lottery woman goes, yeah, we'll credit that back to your account. They're not going to give you cash in the store. And the guy goes, well, I didn't believe them anyway. I'm standing right in front of them. I still think they're lying. And she goes, no, they're not lying. And so at this point, you can tell he's embarrassed that he's been proven wrong in front of there's like 10 people up here, and we've all told him the same thing, and now he has confirmation. And so I go, is there anything else I can do for you? And he goes, I'm over this. I'm just over it. And he walked off. And I was like, wow, that's... And one of our baggers who is special needs came up to me and he said, what was that guy mad about? And I said, he was mad the machine and got jammed, and we weren't able to give him cash. And he said, well, I would be upset, but I wouldn't be upset at you. and I was like, you know what? It's the simplest things we overlook that we take for granted.
Yeah.
And you know, we get so wrapped up in our day-to-day lives, and we don't think about the other guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, you're an extension of wherever I'm at, and I'm going to treat you like shit.
What is today? The 13th of July? A lot of people looking for boxes. I mean, when they're ready to move, they come to the grocery store to get boxes because we have big, thick boxes. And even if we've broken them down, you just get some duct tape, man, and you put those boxes back together. But, I mean, for being the 13th of the month, people needing this many boxes kind of makes me wonder, what's going on? Please don't tell me it's an eviction. This week's first edition of What Would You Do? We had a person of houselessness take up shop inside our lobby where all the carts are. Came in, laid everything out on the floor. They sat on the floor. And what do you do? What would you do? What our manager did, our GM, goes in. Hey, welcome to the store. Let me get you a chair. And while you're here, let me get you some fruit, okay? Some fresh fruit. What would you do? I liked what he did. I guess I've upset a few of my coworkers because of a post that I put up on Facebook this past weekend where I complimented the two employees that were there from 8 until 10 and then 11. Complimented them for their hard work, dedication, and to be able to work through a lot of people so that we could reach our goal. And I did put in there, I said, you know, it's a little bit difficult to respect those that always want to go home by 8 o'clock when those of us at night are busting serious ass. That upset a lot of people. How was your trip there, though?
Beautiful. My grandson had 5 games. He won 3 out of 5. He was the first one to score when he got there.
Wait a second. You went there for baseball?
For soccer.
For soccer?
Yeah.
I thought you were going there to vacation.
I did. Then I went to Italy. Then I went to Chicago. Then I went to Paris. And then I went to Barcelona. I did all that. When I came back home, when I flew in yesterday, I haven't been to sleep in 60 hours.
The guy comes up to us and says, I'm looking for protection. Did you look for security too?
Yeah.
So we kind of like, we wanted to protect him because he was looking for protection. And then he goes, condoms. Before we officially close off the very first day of C.T.C.S., we've got to have a taste test here. So I've grabbed the Popcorner Crunchy and Wholesome Popped Corn Snack. And this particular flavor is spicy queso flavored. Oh, God. Dude, it's 10 o'clock at night. You're 61 years old. Do you really think you need to be feeding this stuff to your stomach? We're going to give it a shot here. Not bad. A little dry. I think it'd be one of those things that, that I wouldn't mind like dipping in salsa or even queso and doing it that way. I liked how crunchy it was, but as for being a spicy queso flavored, I'll give it about a 1 on that. Transition walk, day number 2. Very quiet in this forest as we take this transition walk. It's going to come in the next probably 30, 40 minutes, and that is a very bad thunderstorm. So, all the animals have put away their summertime umbrellas and suntan lotion. They're not in bird baths or anything like that. Everybody is very quiet right now. You know what? Maybe I need to just shut up too and just take in the silence because I'm headed into CS. An older gentleman has been after me for about 6 or 7 months to try to figure out what CT stands for. I usually don't come out and say it because I want you to know me as CT. I don't want you to know me with my birth name. And today he got kind of upset with me. He kept going, I know who you are. I know who you are. And I go, well, if you know who I am, then tell me who I am. And he goes, I know who you are. I'm staying away from you. A major player in customer service is out, has called in, said they're going to be late. We're going on 2 hours now. And what happens is that we also have a trainee that's trying to get into management. So it's very difficult for our main manager to go on lunch because there's just so many people coming in here on this brand new weekend. But, I like the stress. I like the anxiety. Security is currently watching a middle-aged woman with 2 baskets of groceries. He claims that she started heading for the door 2 times. When she came up and talked to us in CS, she was basically saying, I've got to get more groceries. Where can I store this food? The question is, what would you do? Do you instantly label her somebody who's trying to run, or do you just basically kind of help her through? So we had a situation in HBC, and the situation was that they could tell something was really out of place. Somebody was throwing a bunch of underarm deodorant as well as nasal sprays and anything that has to do with allergies and cold into their cart. In doing that sent out a signal to the people to say, hey, look, this could be a theft. And sure enough, they tried to run out the door. We got them $442 worth of groceries. Look, man, if you're going to steal at a grocery store, don't act like everybody else. Come up with your own game plan. So you're doing this new beer tonight. Yeah. And it's from Sugar Creek, which is a local brewery.
Sugar Creek.
And it's a Path
to Enlightenment. Now, Sugar Creek is one of my favorite breweries.
Yeah.
It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
They now occupy the space that was the starter location for OMB. But then OMB really got big and rich and moved.
To Valentine.
Yeah, well, there's an OMB location right down the street where Sugar Creek is, which was the original OMB location. And when it was OMB there, they did yoga in the parking lot.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
I did yoga in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And then when they moved, yoga went to the new location, which was so big that for a period of time, they held the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest North American outdoor yoga class.
That's cool. So my question to you is, I've never heard anybody complain about it, but what happened to the 6-pack? We've all become okay with a 4-pack.
Well, that's because, I know the answer to that. Indignation fatigue.
What does that mean?
There's so many things that we could just be angry and indignant about that are being heaped on us, that when something new happens, I don't care. Yeah. All right, the beer comes in a 4-pack. That's okay. I need beer. I'm not going to worry about it. They found cocaine in the White House. I don't care.
It's okay.
So what? Does it have fentanyl in it? Is it okay? Did anybody get hurt? No, we don't care.
We're fine. Okay. Oh, and here comes the police now. 2 cops. Where were they about 4 minutes ago?
What the hell are they going to do?
Yeah, you're right. They wouldn't do anything.
They don't have enough police force.
No.
False attack.
I'd say he probably had $300 or $400 worth of groceries throwing it in the car like that.
Well, I don't know, but I guarantee. But I know they had a lot of meats in there.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw also a lot of beer.
And I you saw it.
Yeah.
That restaurant, I thought the restaurant looked like told it's at $15 or something.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry you had to experience that.
Man, it's none of my business, but this is
I know.
time I see it.
I know.
Especially that time I saw it with $700 and some dollars.
Yep.
They scanned every bit of it on the U stand, scanned every bit of it and bagged it, and then when the girl stepped away from the U stand, he hauled out the door.
Yep. Jeez. You win the lottery tonight, all right?
I don't know why, but it just upsets me.
No, I'm with you. And
I remember years ago from the gas pumps, when you pumped your gas and you went in to pay for it.
Yeah.
I've seen
People just drive off. That's it. Yep, I remember that too.
You can't do that anymore.
No. Transition walk, day number 3 out of 4. Not bad in the forest today. The sun is out. The temperature isn't overly heated like it should be during these hot summer months. Oh my God, something happened last night, and I don't know why I didn't record it. Maybe it's because I was in shock. I mean, I really was in shock. There are certain things that you don't want to talk about or to experience with your coworkers. And I went through one of the most shocking ones last night. One of my coworkers walks up to me at customer service, puts down a gigantic box of condoms. He looks at me and I was like in shock. It's like, you couldn't have gone to self-checkout? You had to come up here? Now I know what you're going to be doing tonight? You know, it's like if a coworker comes up and drops a big roll of toilet paper, it's like, oh my God, I know what's going to happen now. Ooh, walk straight into a wall of people. The Powerball lottery is $875 million. Tonight is the drawing, and we up there in CS, we have got a long line through the building for people wanting to get the numbers. Could this be their night? Could they make $5? Could they make $875 million? Dun, 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 dun. This is more of a what would you guys do situation. You know, we have self-checkout, right?
Right.
Somebody from the meat department last night comes up here to customer service, drops a gigantic box of condoms, and I was like, I was stunned. It was like, you couldn't have done that at self-checkout? It's like I get really embarrassed when people buy toilet paper.
Was someone that works here?
Yeah.
They were trying to show off.
Is that what it was? Still showing off?
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. They want you to know that they're either, getting ready to go buy a new car, quote unquote. And that's something that 99% of people probably would go through self-checkout. If that's all they got to.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. And my radio mind kicked in right away, and I said, wow, usually you're trying to buy other types of meat.
Oh, nice. Wow.
What a lot of people don't know is that at the grocery store, we know the history of our guests.
Yes.
And they are very open, and they talk with us about very open subjects. And I love the way just the other night you actually mentioned to a guest, don't bring your drama in here, because I mean really some serious stuff was going down.
Yeah.
but we do. We're like psychologists to a lot of our guests.
Yes.
And it's like, wow. And to hear the stories, how do you react to it?
I tell them, don't bring no drama in here. Like, we learn about what's going on in their lives.
In their personal lives. Personal lives.
I tell them, whatever you do you. Don't bring it in here. I don't want to get involved.
Does your mouth ever just drop when they tell you something that they should not have told you?
No?
No?
So I've been working here, and I'm working at 7-Eleven for as long as I did it.
Yeah, nothing shocks you.
No. Because in 7-Eleven, I heard worse than I do here.
Oh, God. You know me, I've got to have a taste test. I am one of the weird people that has never, ever had a Tate's cookie. I've always heard that they're great cookies, but now they've got this thing called Tate's Bake Shop Cookie Bark. So I got the white chocolate one. And you open up the bag. Oh, Jesus, my God. That smells like a celebration about ready to break out. Well, this is an odd-looking cookie. It's not like a cookie. It looks like a bunch of cookies that have been thrown together. Well, maybe that explains the cookie bark part of it. Biting into it. I told you earlier that I'm a sucker for white chocolate. Yeah. I like it so much, I took 2 bites. I hope you're jealous. Transition walk, day number 4 out of 4. Had to get my God on. Oh, man, I had to get my God on. Hey, even if you work 5 to 9 days in retail and you don't have that moment where you've got to re-energize your soil, replenish everything that's been stolen from you, man, I understand the darkness. I understand. Today's message was based on the scrolls or the letters inside our head and how we let the words inside of our head control us. Now, if you're not in retail, I challenge you to do one thing as I take this transition walk today, and that is think of the person that's on that register. What are their scrolls saying? Those thoughts inside their head. Trust me, there's a lot of darkness inside that head of the person on the register. They're facing a lot of people for long-ass hours. Give them some love sometime, okay? Engage with those on the register. I think one of the most difficult things to deal with at a grocery store, baggers. I'm not going to say they're lazy because it's a very difficult job, but man, they work on their own time. When we run out of carts, yeah, I know, I'll go out and get them. Well, they're not coming out here to get them. That's where I am right now. That's how my day is starting. One of my biggest pet peeves at working at a grocery store, all of these people who have these rock star t-shirts on, Aerosmith, Nirvana, Pearl Jam. And my pet peeve is that I go up to them and I ask them about the band thinking they're a fan. I just bought this. They have no idea. They have no idea who it is. Yeah, and then it's like I don't know why it gets underneath my skin, but it does. Is it an invasion of our life because we lived it?
Maybe.
I mean, it's like, you bring up Nirvana, of course you want to talk about the Kurt Cobain experience, and it's like, so I'm thinking I'm going to go talk to them about it and tell you what it was really like because I was on the radio when it happened, and they have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, they have no clue.
And
it's usually like a younger person.
Yeah.
That is like way younger than either of us are, and they're like, I didn't even know he died of.
Man, the headlines are full of negative news about grocery stores these days. First of all, the peach orchards in the state of Georgia aren't producing peaches right now because it got too warm too quickly, and then they had a double frost, and that killed a lot of the plants off. So there's going to be some very expensive peaches from Georgia if we even get Georgia peaches this year. And the other thing is that the FDA has declared a war on aspartame, and so all of these products in a grocery store that contain aspartame, not good, because it's gonna. I mean, we're talking about yogurt, we're talking about soft drinks, we're talking about so many things that have aspartame gonna go away. So it's not a good time right now at a grocery store when it comes to product. The store is currently being prepared for a corporate walkthrough, which is for tomorrow. So we've spent the past 3 days making sure that everything is clean. Today, they've got managers in here from other stores to guarantee that these shelves are fully stocked and blocked. So, I mean, they take this thing very, very serious. I mean, this is serious corporate grocery store business talk. And so I asked this, so what is a walkthrough? The manager goes, a dog and pony show. Every week when I see her come in the store, I cringe because darn good and well she's not just shopping; she's looking for something where she's going to get that rain check.
Yes.
I mean, it's on products that it's like, really. And then she wants to do a switch out, and you can't do a switch out, and we're not going to price match or anything like that. So it kills me. And hey, look, there's new guy Bill doing what new guy Bill needs to be doing, sweeping the floor. Yeah.
When you two stand around,
we're lobby gagging. Okay, that's what we're doing.
Don't you feel bad for your poor manager who's middle aged and breaking down out here getting carts in 100-degree weather?
Okay, you are not much older than I am.
No comment. I was just speaking about myself.
We've got an interesting situation with a person that we know. This has been going on all week this week, and it could have been going on a lot longer. It's just for some reason we just started taking note of it this week. Somebody that we know who is spotted in the store with things in his or her hands, but when they're leaving the store, what happens is that where's the merchandise? Now, last night, what happened is we coaxed this him or her over to self-checkout, and we thought that they did everything, that they brung everything up. It was just a bag of potato chips. Tonight, it's a different story. Saw this person, him or her, walk into the bathroom with an armful of stuff, and they escaped the store, and they left the store with nothing in their arms. But they always carry a white bag. Management has been notified. It's time to look at the pictures. It's time to look at what's really going on here. But it hurts like hell when it's someone you know. It hurts like hell.